stacking every month. Put that work in, I deserve to stunt. Bring the baddies to the front. It's the type of life that I want. It's the type of life that I want. It's the type of life that I want. Yeah. It's the type of life that I want. It's the type of life that I want. Look, I deserve some time away. I feel good cause I'm posted. Just won't put my feet in the sand. Ain't trying to be far from oceans. Don't want stress about nothing, just fruit.
Yo, what's up, YouTube? Back at you with another video on today. This is your boy Raw Detroit. Make sure you hit that subscription button, subscribe to the channel, click the bell, and hit the word all so that you receive every notification that comes from this channel. And definitely, man, smash the like button. It's free and it don't cost you a thing. We're going to get right into our video. Now, we're talking about in this video running back Jahmyr Gibbs. He is now the new RB1 in Detroit. It's kind of sad to see it happen this way. But, you know, it's always the next man up mentality in Detroit because we have lost so many players. But, man, definitely shout out to David Montgomery, who's definitely been holding it down for Detroit ever since Detroit took him in free agency. He's been a straight out legit baller with the Detroit Lions, and we wish him nothing but the best and nothing but a speedy recovery, as now Jahmyr Gibbs will be featured as the #1 running back with the Detroit Lions. So with him being featured now as the #1 running back, that's going to move Craig Reynolds up to #2. Craig Reynolds does have experience. He's been with the Lions for multiple seasons, and he knows what he's doing out there. So definitely I'm confident in Craig Reynolds being a #2 to Jahmyr Gibbs. I think it's going to be fine. It's going to kind of remind you a little bit of David Montgomery because he can kind of do the same things. He's bulky like a David Montgomery. He's the same kind of type of running back like a David Montgomery. So definitely, man, we know that Craig Reynolds can do it all. He can catch. He can run between the tackles. He can do it all. So definitely shout out to Craig Reynolds, who's going to get an opportunity to play some ball. And then we may also see the third running back be putting in on some packages and stuff like that. Vaki had a great rookie campaign in the offseason. The Detroit Lions selected him this season in the draft, and he balled out in the preseason. And definitely you want to see this young man get a shot too. You kind of want to see what he brings to the table in the backfield as well. But I'm more than confident. I know that the Detroit Lions fans are going to be confident in Jahmyr Gibbs being able to carry the workload for the Detroit Lions. Now you're going to see Jahmyr being featured in a way that you probably never saw him featured with the Lions before, because now the Lions are really going to be held accountable of putting him in a good place to get the football more. That's the only thing that we wanted to see with Jahmyr Gibbs anyway, is get more touches. And we wanted to see Jahmyr Gibbs catch the ball out of the backfield. You know, my belief is that he could be like an Alvin Kamara out of the backfield when it comes to catching. That's one thing I can say that Alvin Kamara does really, really well, and that's being able to catch the ball out of the backfield. And you have that same envision for the Detroit Lions using Gibbs in that same type of fashion. And in order for Gibbs to be able to get 1,000 yards rushing and 1,000 yards receiving, he's going to have to get more touches. Now, I don't think that he's going to be able to do it this year, go over 1,000 yards as it comes to receiving. But definitely, you know, maybe next year, maybe he may have an opportunity to get more carries and more touches, and he'll be able to do it next year. But he may end up coming short to losing that wager with Amon-Ra St. Brown, who at the beginning of the season had a wager going out with Jahmyr Gibbs that if he would rush for 1,000 yards and get 1,000 yards receiving out of the backfield, that he would definitely grant him with the nice house and some gifts that he would give him, and monetary money as well. So definitely, man, that's huge, man, from St. Brown saying that, hey, look, man, I'm going to push you to be great, and I'm going to push you to be even better in this season. And if you can get that, man, I'm definitely going to do this for you. So shout out to Amon-Ra St. Brown, who is having another phenomenal season. Call him Mr. Consistent because that's what he brings to the table. But now, man, Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be the focal point of the offense, man, and I love it. I love it, man. I don't want to see Jahmyr Gibbs get hurt. I do want to see the other guys be able to play as well. Craig Reynolds and Vaki get an opportunity as well. But I know that we're going to have to lean this offense on Jahmyr Gibbs. He is going to have to be the focal point, going forward of this offense, along with Amon-Ra St. Brown and the rest of these guys. You're going to have to get the ball in Gibbs' hands. We know how good he is when he gets the ball in space. He is one of the most dangerous young running backs in the league. And now that he's going to get that RB1 treatment, it's going to be different because, let's face it, if Jahmyr Gibbs goes out there and finishes the rest of these 3 games, and he does really, really well in these last 3 games, and even in the playoffs, if he does well, Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be the #1 running back in Detroit. I don't think David Montgomery is going to be able to take it back from him. I think that David Montgomery now will be added to what Jahmyr Gibbs is able to do. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, you have to just, you don't want to see it happen this way where a guy loses his job through injury, but you know that you drafted Jahmyr Gibbs to eventually be that #1 running back in Detroit. You don't take a running back in the first round not to be the real deal, not to be that dude. So that's one thing that you have to be able to do, is be able to draft and knowing that when you draft that guy, that he is going to be that #1 dude for the future. And I think his time is now. Look what he's doing this season. He's already showing you he's putting up the stats. He has less carries and still has over 1,000 yards rushing. So Jahmyr Gibbs' box office, he's going to get a workload. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what do you think about Jahmyr Gibbs being the RB1? Are you guys comfortable with Jahmyr Gibbs being the RB1 now? And are you happy that Jahmyr Gibbs is the RB1, even though he had to get it through David Montgomery getting hurt? Let me know in the comment section, guys, how you feel. But I'm very ecstatic about it. I love it. And I can't wait to see what Jahmyr Gibbs is going to do with the ball in his hand as RB1.
Stacking every month, put that work in. I deserve to stand. Bring the baddies to the front. It's the type of life that I want. It's the type of life that I want. It's the type of life that I want. Yeah. It's the type of life that I want. It's the type of life that I want. Look, I deserve some time away. I feel good cause I'm posted. Just won't put my feet in the sand. Ain't tryna be far from oceans. Don't want stress about nothing, just fruit and wine, I'm floating. Little vacation, little mimosa, yeah. Solo trips ain't really doing nothing but chillin'. Catch my eye, I might get active for it's back to business. You know me, I cross my T's, but right now I'm recharging. Put my phone on D&D, my emails out of office. Stacking every month, put that work in. I deserve to stand. Bring the baddies to the front. It's the type of life that I want. It's the type of life that I want. It's the type of life that I want, yeah.